Markiplier's Dreadhalls video is one of the most infamous to exist on his channel, being one of the few horror games he's played that scared him to the point of crying.
Wait. No! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Go! Go! No! 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 I can't do it. Oh, I can't do that.
But there has always been this mystery among fans about what was shown in this specific area that made Markiplier cry. Because if we just look at the video normally, we can't see anything. So what gives? Well, as somebody who knows a lot about Dreadhalls and old VR horror games in general, I'll be telling you exactly what he saw, and I will also be disproving a couple misconceptions. Now, when I first saw this clip, I had a pretty good idea of what it could be right off the bat, and just because I don't want to waste your time, I will make this very quick. I knew for a fact in this version of Dreadhalls there are only two enemies which play this chase music after they see you: the Witch and the Prowler. I also knew for a fact that it could not have been the Prowler. These only roam in bigger areas, and as soon as they see you, they will charge and take you down. However, assuming you're a decent distance away, you can just hide in a thin hallway and you will be okay. Which only leaves for what he saw to be the Witch. How she works is that if you look at her for too long, she will start walking towards you. It is very easy to outrun her. You just need to get far enough away or close the door on her, and she will no longer follow you. In fact, if we listen a bit closer, we can hear a sound cue for the enemy spawning.
Am I mistaken in that it looked at me? Oh, fuck you.
However, this leads to two unanswered questions. Firstly, if the Witch walks very slowly, how did he die so quickly? Well, it's simple. In the same room, Markiplier activated a different enemy named the Gargoyle. These have the Weeping Angel mechanic. You look away from them for too long and they attack you. In Dreadhalls, they usually give you one free look away as a way to give a small scare. But Markiplier already had this happen to him, so as soon as he turned around and quickly took off the headset, it was more than enough time for the Gargoyle to kill him. However, that leads us to the next question, which is a bit harder to answer. So if the Witch only kills you when you look at her, then where is the Witch on the actual screen? Now, I've read quite a number of comments saying that if you turn up the brightness on contrast on your monitor, you can see the little girl to the right. This simply isn't true. I spent a lot of time contrasting the hell out of this image trying to find something, and I couldn't. This actually sent me to the point where I actually got my Oculus Rift Decay 1 out and went into the old version with a couple of mishaps along the way. I'm not gonna lie there, I thought that said aura. So with my new knowledge, let's answer the question. It's actually quite simple. How VR worked was quite different back then. How the Oculus Rift DK1 display worked is that it would use a binocular-like warp side-by-side stereoscopic view on it. All Oculus Rift DK1 games displayed like that, and that is the reason why so many of these games look like garbage on YouTube. Most of these YouTubers wanted the games to fill the screen, so what they did is that they stretched out one of the lenses to fill the screen, and I still cannot wrap my head around why anyone thought this looked good. Oh well. But either way, that side-by-side effect is how death is portrayed in the headset. If we were just to put a normal image in the DK1 and have you wear it, it would look like this. So putting that alongside the warping of the lens, there was more than enough room for the girl to slip into the right eye. If you recall what I previously said, Markiplier stretched out the left eye, so the viewer is losing 52 pixels worth of information. It also doesn't help that in the DK1 version, the little girl was really buggy. Not long after this incident, he respawns and the little girl is just completely messed up. It looks like a bunch of clones of her spawned in one spot at once, and I have no idea how this even happened. I did not run into this when I was trying it for myself. So yeah, now you know what caused Markiplier to cry in this old VR dungeon crawler game. Heads up, if you are a fan of Markiplier and want to subscribe to this channel, I probably won't ever do something like this again. I do enjoy talking about old VR horror games and odd horror games just in general, but these YouTuber analysis ones will probably never be a thing, unless if there's actually something interesting. I am working on a video about bleached eyeballs which will mention Markiplier, but in that one I am mainly going to be focusing on the game and the developer itself. Markiplier will just be a side note. I made this video purely because I thought it was a genuinely interesting question, and I respect the guy a lot. I don't want to use this name for clickbait. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, have a nice night.